So this video we are covering about TestNG. Why we need, what is the advantage of using a TestNG, how the basic report of your TestNG looks, how to configure TestNG to your project and all. Okay, so now I'm using already existing Java project where I have written some line of a code. Okay, so just I'm opening a Google and I'm trying to enter it. Okay, so if I run this code, what happens is it will execute the code and you will get some line of information on your console. The problem with this approach is, if you observe it, and you also know, right, in Java, what happens is the program starts execution from the main function, right? And we can have only one main function in one class, right? So now tomorrow, if you want to build 1,000 test cases, then what you need to do, because of this restriction of having one main class on one main function on one class, you need to create 1,000 separate classes for each test case, right? So that is one disadvantage. And second one is what? When you run these cases, you are not getting any strong reporting information, right? As a tester, it's very important for us to generate the report where it will tell whether your test case is passed or a failed. But that kind of a feature is not there when you don't use TestNG, right? These two things. And the third one is, so if you want to run 1,000 test cases one by one, is it possible using this approach? No, it is not possible, because if you run any class, if you open any class and if you run, only this class will run. How do you run other class? Again, you need to open that class and click on run. Like that, you need to do it separately for all 1,000 cases. Now, so as you all know, Selenium have the parallel execution concept, right? Is it possible that parallel execution by using this Java project? No, it is not possible, right? So to overcome from these all those things, so we are using TestNG. How do you know whether TestNG is installed in your system or not? So you can go to Windows and you can click on Preference, right? So here in the Preference, if you find TestNG, that means TestNG is installed. Suppose if TestNG is not installed on your system, then what you can do, you can go to Help, install new software, or you can also go to Eclipse Marketplace. So here in the top search box, you just type TestNG and click on search. Here, right, just type TestNG and click on search here. So it will take some time to fetch the TestNG related files. Let's wait for it. You can see here, I have already installed it. That's why I'm getting installed here. If you're not installed, you'll get button like this, install. Then click on it. It will take some time to install. After that, you close your Eclipse and reopen it. Then TestNG will be available on your system. Right now, once TestNG is available, how do you configure that TestNG to your project? Right click on your project. It can be a Java project or it can be a Maven project, anything. Just right click on it, go to build path, then select configure build path. So here on library tab, click on add library. Click on TestNG, then next. Click on finish, then OK. So once you add TestNG, then you will get a TestNG here. Okay. So now we have seen multiple restrictions on a Java class, right? Whereas Java class can have only one main method, right? And that means you can create only one test case in one class, right? So by using TestNG, how we can avoid this? So for TestNG, we don't need any main method. You can write normal function any function. Let's say this is tc1. I have written it, right? This is just a function, and this function you need to make it as a test case. How do you make? In TestNG, we have something called @test annotation. This is called annotation. So if you add this annotation, make sure that you will get it from the org.testng rather than org.gunit. Okay, I'm selecting from TestNG here. So now what happens? This will become one test case. Like this, you can have n number of test cases in one class. Like I wanted to make this as a test case. Like this, you can have a number of test cases in one class. So if you run this class, now what happens? All those test cases, whatever you have listed on that class, will be running. Okay, so if you want to run any particular test case, then you can select the test case, right click on it, then run hash. Sorry, you can select run hash, then you can use testng test. Okay, so let it run. So it's initiating the Chrome driver. The Chrome driver is opened here. Type test, then it stopped. I'm closing it manually. Okay, it stopped. So if you see the report now, you can see here it is giving us, right, total number of test cases run and how many failures, how many skipped. What was this failed and skipped? We'll see it later. Now try to refresh your project. Right click on your project, then refresh it. You can see here test output folder, right? This is the report of the TestNG. If you expand here, it will generate a lot of inbuilt reporting. You can see here, right, the TestNG HTML report. This is the main report. Okay, just I'm opening it. Let's see how it looks. I'm trying to open it using external browser. You can see here total methods run. Methods means test case in TestNG. Total methods run, then how many are passed. If you click on show methods, it will give you what test cases and all. These kind of reports are very essential for test engineers. So that's why we recommend to make use of TestNG while building a framework. So we overcome from all those problems that we have seen on a Java project, right? You can have multiple test cases on same class. Now you have a inbuilt reporting. Then TestNG also supports wide range of annotations. Annotations means these things which starts with @, right? Like test, we have wide range of annotations in TestNG, which will help you to simplify the modularization of your code. So if you don't know about all the annotations and if you want to understand more about TestNG, please follow our channel where we are going to publish the videos on weekly basis on TestNG, Selenium, and how to integrate TestNG with Selenium to modularize your code and all. Thank you all.